In January 2025, what was once dismissed as a social media joke has become a stark diplomatic crisis. The world's most powerful nation is openly discussing the acquisition of Greenland by any means necessary. This massive island, covered by 500 trillion tons of ice, has suddenly become the center of a global power struggle that could reshape international relations. On a cold January morning, Donald Trump Jr. arrives in Nuuk, Greenland's capital, accompanied by influential figures Sergio Gore and Charlie Kirk. To waiting reporters, his words seem carefully measured.
Just here as tourists, seeing it, looks like an incredible place. The scenery coming in was just spectacular, so just very excited to be here.
But this is far from a simple tourist visit. The 4 to 5 hour stopover, confirmed by Greenland's Ministry of Statehood and Foreign Affairs, carries deep political implications. Within hours from his Florida estate, the president-elect reveals a far more serious agenda.
Mr. President, back on Greenland, your position is clear, but have you directed your staff to take specific actions to draw plans? And can you elaborate again? You didn't rule out military coercion.
Well, we need Greenland for national security purposes. I've been told that for a long time, long before I even ran. I mean, people have been talking about it for a long time. You have approximately 45,000 people there. People really don't even know if Denmark has any legal right to it. But if they do, they should give it up because we need it for national security.
The stakes become clear as Trump refuses to rule out military action. His concerns focus on increasing Russian and Chinese presence in Arctic waters.
I'm talking about protecting the free world. You look at, you don't even need binoculars. You look outside, you have China ships all over the place. You have Russian ships all over the place. We're not letting that happen. We're not letting it happen.
The world's largest island is more than just ice and snow. With just 57,000 residents, most of them indigenous Inuit people, Greenland holds the key to the Arctic's future. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, beneath its massive ice sheet lie billions of barrels of oil, trillions of cubic feet of natural gas, and crucial rare earth elements, the very materials that power our telecommunications and modern technology. Currently, China dominates the rare earth market, making Greenland's deposits increasingly strategic. In an unprecedented move, Trump speaks directly to Greenland's people via phone, while his son tours their homeland.
So I just want to say that it's a very special place. It needs security for itself, but it also needs security very much for the world. We're going to treat you well, and you know that.
Mette Frederiksen, Prime Minister of
Denmark, a founding member of NATO and longtime U.S. ally, finds itself in an unthinkable position. Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen's response walks a diplomatic tightrope.
Of course, I want to put some words to the situation taking place in Greenland right now. I will make it very clear that seen with the eyes of the Danish government, Greenland is for the Greenlandic people. It is a proud people, a language and culture that is their own. And as stated before by the chairman of the Greenlandic Parliament, Mute Egede, Greenland is not for sale. The U.S. is our absolute closest ally, and that is in all defense and security questions, and also regarding the North Atlantic, where tensions are rising. We have a clear interest in that it is the U.S. that plays a large role, and not Russia or other countries. But Greenland is for the Greenlandic people.
The environmental stakes are equally dramatic. Each year, Greenland loses between 200 and 300 tons of ice, reshaping global weather patterns and opening new shipping routes. These changes have transformed the Arctic into a new frontier of global competition. As the ice retreats, Trump's threat to Denmark becomes clear.
And if Denmark wants to get to a conclusion, but nobody knows if they even have any right, title, or interest. The people are going to probably vote for independence or to come into the United States. But if they did do that, then I would tariff Denmark at a very high level.
Have you asked your staff to draw for acquisition? I mean, are you active?
No, we're not at that stage, but we have people, I haven't even entered office yet.
This is no longer about real estate. It's about power, resources, and control of the Arctic. The U.S. already maintains the Thule Air Base in Greenland, a crucial installation for missile defense and space surveillance. Now, a NATO founding member faces potential economic warfare from its strongest ally, while the indigenous people of Greenland watch their homeland become the center of a global power play. The situation mirrors broader changes in American foreign policy. In the same period, Trump has discussed using economic pressure to absorb Canada and military options to reclaim the Panama Canal. But Greenland, with its strategic position between the Atlantic and Arctic Oceans, represents his most ambitious territorial goal yet. What began as a seemingly absurd proposal has evolved into one of the most serious diplomatic challenges of 2025. As Trump prepares to take office, the world watches to see if he will attempt what no modern American president has dared: the forced acquisition of sovereign territory. The ice of Greenland holds many secrets. Its melting shapes our climate, its minerals power our phones, and its position guards our security. But now, it holds something else: the key to understanding how far a superpower will go to expand its reach in a changing world. For the 57,000 people who call this massive island home, the next few weeks may determine their future. For Denmark, it could reshape a centuries-old relationship, and for the rest of the world, it may determine just how much the old rules of international order still apply.